Hey there! Welcome to another Talking Cinema. This time I'm just talking about some movie trailers, not mentioning news. There's really not much I really want to discuss. Maybe later I'll talk about some movie news. Just doing a quick video for you guys. Just to let you guys know that I'm okay, that I'm alive, I'm not dead. I know I haven't done a video in like 4 or 5 days, which is pretty crazy for me. It's not because I was sick or anything or family problems or anything like that. It's because I've just been really busy. I've been busy setting up appointments for my college, for WSU Vancouver, setting up advising appointments for sometime next week, doing stuff with my family, and actually looking for work and actually going to job interviews. I went to a job interview for Walmart yesterday and it went well. It's just I didn't get the job, but the door is still open for potential other jobs within the company. It's just the particular position that was open, the manager didn't feel I was right for. And it was a lot of grunt work and stuff like that. So personally, I didn't want to be doing a graveyard shift. The graveyard shift. I didn't want to be doing the graveyard shift, hauling all this heavy stuff and all that. So anyway, but I'm at the point now where I'd like to get some extra income because yeah, YouTube definitely is not going to help me move out of my parents' house. But anyway, let's get started with the trailer rundown. I'm going to talk about some movie trailers that I saw and give my quick thoughts on them. The first one is the teaser trailer for Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. The most recent trailer. It looks visually impressive. It really does. It looks beautiful, but it also looks rather generic because it's a lot like John Carter in the way that if this was made in the 80s or the 90s, it would feel a little bit more fresh. But since it's being made in the 2000s and in 2017, it's being released in 2017, it doesn't feel as fresh. You're watching the trailer and you're thinking of a million other movies you've already seen, like Guardians of the Galaxy, Avatar, a few others. So there's a lot of deja vu going on in the trailer, and I could deal with that. But the main issue I have with this trailer is the leads. You got the actress who played the Enchantress in Suicide Squad and was awful. And then you have Dane DeHaan, who I did not mind as Harry Osborn in Amazing Spider-Man 2, but he just is not leading man material. So you have this, your leads do not feel like they're casted right for the particular roles that they're playing. I don't buy either of them as badasses or kicking anyone's ass, and they're supposed to be these leads in this sci-fi action movie. It just I think it was just bad casting. Also, they're not very well known by the mainstream. So I wouldn't be surprised if this movie tanks. This movie has a bomb written all over it. And it costs $170 million to make. I'd be lucky if it even makes 30, $40 million in my opinion in the US box office. But I like sci-fi. Luc Besson is it's a passion project of his. So, I'm curious about it, but I'm not gonna see it in the theater unless I use a free ticket or I stumble across some free tickets or something. I just is not it's not a film I really have any desire to really see in the theater. The next one I saw was one that surprised me. It was the sneak peek was actually the second trailer for The Mummy, the new Mummy movie with Tom Cruise. And there's this bullshit controversy over the casting of the Egyptian princess, uh, which is bullshit because the actress is from Algeria, which is about 3 miles away from Egypt. Or it's really close. Maybe it's not 3 miles away from me, Egypt, but it's really, really close. And also, she's dead. The skin color is white because she's a fucking corpse. There's no whitewashing controversy here. Shut the fuck up, please. God damn it, I'm sick and tired of seeing that shit. Anyway, this trailer surprised me. The first trailer I wasn't that keen on. It didn't help either that I've seen that trailer what feels like 50 times because every time I go to see a movie in IMAX, I see that trailer. This trailer though surprised me because I like the direction it's going in. It's has the adventure vibe, but it's also having a little bit more of a serious horror vibe to it. Something that the Mummy films previously really didn't do. They were, very tongue-in-cheek action adventure movies. And I love the Mummy with Brendan Fraser. It's gonna be hard to top that one. But this one, I like Tom Cruise. The actress who plays the princess, the more I saw of her in this, I'm actually starting to warm up to her. It is kind of deja vu with the whole plagues and stuff like that, but it gave me sort of, yeah, it's kind of Mission Impossible meets the Mummy, but hey, I like the Mission Impossible movies except for Ghost Protocol, but I don't know if I'd seen in the theater yet, but it's definitely a movie that I'm actually willing and want to watch sometime. Unlike my feelings for it were when I first saw the first trailer. The first trailer did nothing for me, and I was just like, oh, this looks like a generic horror movie. But here, this trailer had a little bit more action adventure, some nice practical stunts, and I really like some of the shots in the trailer, especially the ones where there's these like mummies that are swimming underwater and chasing after Tom Cruise while he's underwater swimming, trying to get away from them. That reminded me of some kind of some of the kind of stuff that I've seen in Dario Argento movies. So honestly, this looks more like a remake of the movie The Awakening with Charlton Heston, or a version of The Jewel of the Seven Stars, which is a Bram Stoker novel, than a Mummy remake of the 1933 film starring Boris Karloff. But um, I'm curious about it, and I really wasn't even curious about it that much at all when I saw the first trailer. I saw a few other ones, like I saw a trailer for Unforgettable, a new movie that Katherine Heigl's going to be in. The title is ironic because it's going to be one of those movies that people are going to forget about months after its release. It's just another Hand That Rocks the Cradle knockoff. It's just another one in a string of hundreds of those. So there's not much to it. Annabelle Creation, I don't really give a shit because I don't fucking like that. I didn't like Annabelle, and I don't care about an Annabelle prequel. The trailer did nothing for me. Uh, there's a Tupac Shakur biography movie called All Eyes on Me. I saw that. That was it's not really my thing. I saw a new trailer for Transformers The Last Night. I'm not really into Transformers, the new Transformers movie, but it's just, yeah, I'm not really into it. It didn't really entice me or thrill me or anything. It was just there. Atomic Blonde, I didn't watch the next trailer because I didn't want to give anything else away about that film. I actually really liked that trailer, at least the first trailer for Atomic Blonde. I don't want to see any more trailers because I don't want to ruin the movie. It looks like John Wick uh, meets Kill Bill or something. It's got this kind of it actually looks like a film where you're gonna have a legitimate female badass, which I'm looking forward to. Thor Ragnarok is another one that surprised the hell out of me. I was very leery of the film because after Thor 2, The Dark World, which is easily the worst MCU movie, I was like, I don't really care about Thor 3. But I saw the trailer and I was definitely leery of it because of the director, Taika Waititi, who his previous experience was just with comedies, films like What We Do in the Shadows. But the trailer showed that he might be able to direct some action sequences and inject a lot of fun into the movie. And a lot of people call it Guardians of the Galaxy light, or Thor meets Guardians of the Galaxy, and I can see why. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a good thing. The Guardians of the Galaxy, the first film, and the upcoming second movie have this just undeniable sense of fun and this flair of entertainment and tongue-in-cheek uh, writing and things like that that I really think it is really refreshing and is always a lot of fun. And I think that's a direction that the Thor franchise should take in order to wipe the bad taste of Thor 2 out of people's mouths. So yeah, the trailer surprised me. It looked like a blast. I love the use of the Led Zeppelin song, and yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to that more than Justice League. And then I got a couple more trailers I want to talk about, and then I will end this video. The next trailer is The Hitman's Bodyguard, which just came out of nowhere. I had not heard much about this movie until I saw a poster about it on Facebook, and then I saw the trailer, and wow, this movie looks like a lot of fun. This looks like a blast from the past, like the and a good blast from the past. It reminds me of some of the classic buddy cop action movies like 48 Hours and Lethal Weapon, and the reason why is because in the trailer, Ryan Reynolds and Samuel Jackson have phenomenal chemistry. They work really well off each other, Deadpool and Nick Fury, and it really does look like a really fun film because those two are just so great together. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what it did remind me of 48 Hours and sort of that sort of vibe. And I like the idea. Ryan Reynolds plays a bodyguard who is hired to protect a hitman. And they played the song I Will Always Love You from the Bodyguard soundtrack. And and there's just a lot of fun gags in there. And it looks like a fun movie. And I might see that in the theater. It was definitely a big surprise. And now, the moment that a lot of people have been waiting for, probably wondering what my thoughts are on Star Wars The Last Jedi. Just like I felt with the teaser for The Force Awakens. Just, okay, alright. Didn't impress me much. The visuals are admittedly impressive. They should be for a budget that high. I did not like the vibe of the trailer. It reminded me too much of The Empire Strikes Back. And I understand that it might not be a total carbon copy of The Empire Strikes Back. It might just be more like Empire in tone. But after The Force Awakens being way too much like Star Wars, A New Hope in tone and in its structure, I do not want to see a sequel that is way too much like The Empire Strikes Back in spirit and in tone. I really don't. Do your own thing. Why does the second film have to be this dark movie and try to be Empire all over again, but with different plot points and different locations and different characters? It's not necessary. The poster, I didn't really care for the look of the poster. It looks like a half-assed ripoff of the poster for Friday the 13th Part 7, A New Blood. Um, all the red in the background and all of that just makes it look like it's a movie about the Sith and not really Jedi. The Last Jedi is a title that just is depressing to me. Oh, The Last Jedi. The Jedi are dead because The Force Awakens fucked everything up and had the Empire come back anyway and blow up the Rebel planet and wreak havoc and our last hope, our last Jedi, the last Jedi is Rey and all that, whatever. I mean, I'm not a fan of the subtitle. Maybe you consider that a nitpick, but that's just my personal opinion. I hated the line of dialogue that Luke said in the trailer, that the trailer pretty much ended on, where he says something like, I think the Jedi should die. Or something like that, the Jedi should die. I was just like, what? Come on now. I mean, and the people are like, well, it makes sense you'd be depressed. Obi-Wan wasn't even this depressed in A New Hope after Anakin became Vader. I mean, this is just laying it on way too thick, if you ask me. And why the hell would I want to see a grumpy, pissy Luke? I don't want to see a grumpy, pissy Luke in this movie. I don't want to see a grumpy Luke who's all down on himself and is all depressed and sad and wants to jump off a fucking cliff. The Jedi should die. It's just like, yeah, I don't really care for that. Um, but yeah, and then there's other shots that are straight out of something like The Dark Knight Rises. Like you have like a helmet on the ground that's broken, and it reminds me of the shot when you had Batman's mask that's on the ground broken, and it's just a very generic looking teaser. There's not much to say about it. I don't understand. It's like the teaser for The Force Awakens. I don't get the people going like, oh my God, Star Wars! Last Jedi! I don't understand. I don't get why people are reacting that way to this teaser. It's just a teaser trailer. There's not much I could really say about it except it looked visually impressive, but it still didn't really grab me because I'm not really that interested in The Last Jedi. I'll probably still see it because my parents will probably still want to see it, but I'm not super keen on it. I'm not like really, really looking forward to the film. The Force Awakens burned me, and I don't know if I'm really that interested in the franchise going forward. But and if you want my initial thoughts on the trailer, I didn't think it was that great. I thought it was a pretty bland teaser trailer, and I think they should have waited a little bit longer or actually just shot a teaser trailer that was like those old school teaser trailers that were shot that had teaser trailers that were shot on the set or something. They had an actual little script, kind of like the teaser trailer for T2. Do something like that. Actually shoot a teaser trailer that's just specifically sequences that are edited and shot for this teaser trailer and nothing else. Not just random clips from the movie that you just finished shooting. Um, but yeah, that's just my personal thoughts on that trailer. I know I'm pretty alone on it. Most people are blown away by it and teach their own. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, those are my thoughts on some trailers. And I'll give you guys a quick little update on my channel. I am planning on finishing up the Ghost in the Shell reviews. I want to get around to them. Next reviews are going to be Ghost in the Shell 2 Innocence and a review of the 2017 live action adaptation. Then I want to review a movie called The Void, which is a horror film that came out this year that I'm really curious about. It's got a lot of practical effects. A lot of people say it's like a throwback to John Carpenter's The Thing and stuff like that. Definitely interested in that. I got a DVD and Blu-ray update that I'm going to post that's going to be pretty big. Just to give you a little taste of things, this is one of the titles that'll be in there. It's one of many. And after that, I'm going to try to do the Kong reviews. I'm going to try to do the King Kong movie reviews. I know I'm a little bit late on that, but it's because I'm waiting to do the Kong reviews so I have all the time, so I'm not in a rush, and so I can give you all the Kong you can handle. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, oh yeah, one more thing. I'm gonna go head out tonight, and I'm gonna go see The Burbs and 35 millimeter at the Hollywood Theater with Joe Dante in attendance, which is gonna be really cool. And I'm gonna try to get some pictures with him after the show, and maybe get an autograph on my Blu-ray of Inner Space. And there's also Q&A after the movie, so I'm gonna see if I can ask him some questions. Excuse me, ask him some questions about Inner Space because that's definitely my favorite film he's done. And I like The Burbs, and I haven't seen it in a long time, so it's gonna be like watching it for the first time in the theater with a packed crowd. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So I'm just waiting for my ride to show up and then head out. So anyway, I'll tell you guys more about that later. Maybe I'll do another short little video, talk about my experience seeing The Burbs at the Hollywood Theater. And maybe also just do a quick video, talk about all my other my experiences at the Hollywood. Because I've went to a few other showings. And so, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. And as always, I will see you guys later. See ya.